And instead of my usual introduction and sales pitch and all that, let me just dive in and say this show is all about showing you how to deflate the intensity of your reactions. And that means learning to see that you're not alone and that you aren't the only one in the world going through what you're going through, and certainly not the only one who feels like you do, and that others have learned to manage their internal issues, and that you can too, and more. Our show, or at least I, try to make fun of our collective problems in order to, again, deflate the intensity of our reactions so we can see ourselves objectively and not get locked into our little dramas as if they are the only problems on the planet and everybody has to know about them. Now, let me start by saying I am not the only one coming from this position. No. There are a lot of people saying very similar things to what Mia and myself are doing, trying to get us all past our small, individual, ephemeral, and temporal worlds into enjoying more of the life we have, the being, which philosophers and now the spiritual people are talking about, those elements of our lives which are metaphysical, above the physical, beyond the physical, things like ideas, beliefs, concepts, thoughts, values, ethics, our fundamental principles which make life rich and meaningful. And without them, friends, well, you tend to flounder along from one impulse and sensation to the next, and you never really enjoy a truly happy life. So this is what Mia and I do each week. We point towards the larger issues of life in an attempt to get us all to raise our attention from, oh, how difficult my little problem is, to seeing it in the context of life itself. I mean, problems are an essential part of our living experience. I mean, friends, life would be pretty boring, wouldn't it, without problems? I mean, you would have nothing to do. There would be no mountains to climb, no obstacles to overcome. Obstacles which, by the way, make the eventual destination worthwhile, right? As well as the process of getting there itself. And besides, your emotions are all natural to you, a part of you. But, and this is a big but, you do not have to become a slave to how you react. And that's what we are all about on this show, getting you to look beyond what is called your ego and its reactions to your being. Now, ego in Greek means the small you, the personal you, and your world of daily, ever-changing issues, which we easily become wrapped up in. And that's the part that psychology focuses on and endlessly analyzes, looking for the reasons why you feel the way you do and the people who should be blamed for doing things to you, which for some people, and I've admitted this, it brings them some sort of comfort. I'm not going to deny that. But for many, many others, it is really an expensive waste of time, because what people are complaining to their therapists about are really not, they're not things from outside them that suddenly take over, like a panic attack or a phobia or some so-called mental disease that acts like a monster. No, these are normal, for the most part. These are normal human reactions that have just gone unchecked for years, usually, with no discipline or principles to steer you through them or away from them. Although in the old days, you went to your wise old uncle or aunt or grandpa, what have you, and there you learned how to articulate your inner world, and there you learned some basic tools for seeing and understanding that all of life has its problems, but that life must still be enjoyed, right? That's the perspective from someone older and wiser, okay? Life is good. Learn to make the most of it. Be easy on yourself. Stop beating yourself up for nothing. Well, the truth of it is most of us no longer go to our elders for guidance, and that's why therapy has rushed in to take over. But in my view, it is way out of balance now. Everybody immediately screaming for the therapist whenever anything difficult hits them. But I believe that you do not need an expert to live your life for you or direct you through every little thing that you experience, in my opinion, of course.